of influencers.
Is your life on social media better than your real life, or is your real life better than your social media life? Or is it the same?
I think my social media and my real life are pretty much the same. I always try and like show the realest version of myself online, and I think sometimes when something bad happens in my life, I don't like go into it into like full detail, because I feel like, you know, I am, you know, I can have some privacy. I don't think I'm owed the internet like every detail of my life, you know, ever. So, you know, I do keep some things separated, but I do always communicate like my feelings. If I'm not feeling that great, or, you know, I'm going through a bit of a rough patch, I would always communicate that to my followers, because I do feel like it has an impact, obviously, on the content that I produce. Because, you know, you can't just, life isn't always great, so I don't think it's realistic to always make videos or posts, like Instagram posts about, you know, how amazing your life is all the time, because it's not like that for anyone all the time, you know, it's not realistic. So yeah, I think maybe that is, you know, I think that's very, very important, especially in this day and age, because especially younger people, you know, they live a lot of their lives on the internet, and I feel like sometimes they look up to people and think, why is my life not like this? You know, why does everything go so well for them, and they never seem to have like a bad day, or they always, you know, they always look amazing, or, you know, stuff like that. And I think that's very, in a way, I think it's a very dangerous environment almost to grow up that way, or, you know, yeah, have that as like an example, because it's not sustainable, you know, it's not realistic. You can't, no one lives like that. So I think it's very important to show real life, you know, because other than just getting annoying when you always see people, or just, you know, like seeming to have the perfect life, it's also dangerous, I think, to show that.
But what's your plan for the future? Do you want to get married? Do you want to get kids? And would you show that? Would you share that on social media?
I mean, yeah, like my future is definitely something that I've thought about a lot in terms of, you know, YouTube and Instagram, because yeah, I do want to get married and I do want to have kids, but I'm not sure in, you know, in what degree I would then share that with the rest of the world. Especially with kids, I think it's such a sensitive subject, and honestly, right now I don't even know what the best way would be to deal with that sort of stuff. Like, I know some people who do share their kids, but they like never show their faces, or, you know, stuff like that. And I'm not sure. I'm honestly don't know how I would do that. I think it's something that I would have to experience myself to be able to like make a good judgment about it. I mean, yeah, I think that's something I would really just have to find out, you know, at the time, because I think you can hardly imagine, especially, you know, with becoming a parent, I think you can hardly imagine what it's going to be like in reality. So in terms of, you know, taking that bit of my personal life into my work life, I honestly don't know how that would work out. So I find it very difficult to, you know, to make it like decide on that now. So yeah, we'll wait and see, I guess.
Have you ever had fights with your boyfriends about social media?
Oh yes, I've had plenty of fights with my boyfriend about social media. It's usually when I like film him when he's really not up for it, because, you know, I show myself when, you know, when I've just woken up, you know, I'm wearing no makeup, or, you know, hungover or something, whereas he feels like he really doesn't want to be on camera when he's not feeling up to it. And I think most of the fights we've had has been over that, because I always feel like sharing, you know, not intimate things, but like, you know, real life. and he doesn't always want to be involved in that sense because he feels it's too personal for him. You know, he doesn't want that part of himself to be seen by other people on the internet that don't know him, which, you know, is fair enough. But I think in the beginning, especially, it was difficult to sort of strike the right balance in that, and, you know, find a good middle ground. But yeah, I don't think there's any other things that we've really had fights over, because, you know, I do try and be as respectful of his privacy, obviously, as I can, and, you know, he's really understanding about what I do and giving me the space to do it. So yeah, overall, you know, it's not that bad. But there have been some disagreements.
Follow the Moti on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.